We're live. Oh my. Let's do the intro. Doesn't look like me at all. Or does it? Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. This is Let's Talk EV. Almost every Sunday. It's been a while. I was busy on Sunday. What did I do? Well, last Sunday was Ionic 5. What was the Sunday before? Can't remember. Huh. Stuff in my... What is that? Well, sorry. Thank you all for being here. Already 35 people here, 4 left in the second I started the stream. Good decision. Hello Photostorm, thanks for being there this morning and thanks for being here now. As always, we go a bit through the news, but not a lot has happened. Go a bit through channel news, there's some stuff happening. And what happened to Walter, my ID3. Hello Marcus, everything cool in Portugal? Hot when it's hot here. 25 degrees in here. Hello from Adelaide, South Australia. You have really good day. Always have a really good day, mostly. Hi Chris, Manchester calling. Hi Mick. Dennis is here. This is dangerous. Saying how an ID3 misbehaved. Hello, hello. Where's the dressing gown? It's warm. I don't need the dressing gown anymore. 27 degrees in North England. It's outside. It's only 19.7. But in here it's 25.5. Yes, hot in Portugal. I can believe that. I want to wait a bit till we talk about what happened to my ID3 because people will be getting online. I don't want to repeat myself 200 times. So I thought we go through the news fast. Not too much, like I said, and then we go through channel news, and then we talk about stuff, because it's fun. Yeah, a bit is in German, as always, but the Tesla has started delivering the Plaid version, only 25 cars. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it would be more. Finland represented too. Good evening, everyone. Finland! Go for Finland! Where's go for Steve? Then this car, that looks interesting. Renault Megane Electric. Look at that. It looks very much ID4 like, but that's just because it's the front. When you have a front that's closed, you get look wise very much into ID4. But this is a car they're testing right now. There should be, I think, 30 cars or something should be in test. What I've seen is only a 60 kilowatt hour battery. They should have this and a 70 or 80 if it fits. WLTP range up to 450, 160 kilowatt motor. But we'll see about that. Then the Tesla canceled the Model S Plaid Plus. I guess they didn't get too many orders for the car and that's why they canceled that one, and maybe too much work, the 3 motors and everything, and if nobody's buying, just leave it. I get it. I get it. Then Nissan is moving the Ariya into the next year. They won't be delivering the car this year because of the chip shortage. That's new. Was there anything with charging? I don't know if we had a live stream since ENBW changed their plan. So far, I either charged with my WeCharge card at Ionity, and everything else I charged with ENBW, because in Germany, Austria, and I think in Switzerland, I can't remember if it's Switzerland or just Germany or Austria, I could charge with that card on every DC charger except for Ionity at 39 cent kilowatt hours. That's okay, and 29 cent for AC. And now they changed it, and now it's 48 for DC and 38 for AC. And now it's not the cheapest anymore. I will use Maingau again. I saw that, except... And this is the price when you charge where it is an ENBW charger. If it's not, then it's even more expensive. That's why that's bad. Then a new Kia Niro was spotted. Is there more? Are there more pictures than just this one? Yeah, it's just this one. I can't believe they would do a new e-Niro. Then Ford received 100,000 reservations for the F-150 Lightning. I'm not into pickup trucks at all. I couldn't care less. But I love that Ford took a normal pickup truck and made it, electrified it, and it has all the benefits that electrification could have with the amazingly big trunk and all the outlets and everything. It's a good idea, and price sounds to be good as well, and can tow, what was it, 10,000 kilos or 10,000 pounds? I can't remember. It was a lot. Yeah, I think I prefer that to the Tesla Cybertruck, which is just spacey. I mean, this is just look at me. Yes, and I was on Inside EV twice. First with my charging video. Well, you can't see, eh? Sorry, you can't see the whole thing. I was twice on Inside EV. First with the charging video of the Ioniq 5, and then with the consumption video of the Ioniq 5. It was cool. I like to be in the news. I am the news. Let's read what you said, and then we go into channel news. 89 people. Hello, 89 people. 20 likes. 20 likes with 92 people. So we have to do this as a normal thing. Every time you get to a video that I do, just press that like thing. Just for me. Because it's fun. Manchester's taking over. Hey, Darren. Suzanne is here. She's always here. I like that. And Stuttgart, 24 degrees. Walter driven on diesel. We can all see it. You put wrong fuel in it. Yes. They should sell with that pattern on. Yeah, that's all. The pattern with the Renault looks good. See how I knew it was that. Plaid S, 25 cars on a day, more ramping up over the next 3 months. Plaid S is just silly. If they need it. I insist on the bathroom. 25 degrees are just an excuse. They said Plaid Plus wasn't worth it, as supposedly Plaid is good enough. It's crap. No one wants the Nissan, too expensive. Yeah, I think when the Nissan Ariya comes out, it will be already outdated. They're a bit too late to the party. The range, charging speed, I don't know. I think ID4 was on the edge. So if the ID4 would come out in 6 months, it would also be outdated. But since it came out 6 months ago, it's still okay. Excuse. Manchester took over again. We rule the world. F-150 has lots of places to hide the trucks. That's important. When next update for ID3? Soon will be the over-the-air update. I hope to get a bit of news from Volkswagen this week about it. They hinted something that would be nice for me, but I don't know if it's really gonna happen, and I also can't talk about it yet. If it's gonna happen, then I can talk about it. Thoughts on the MG we're gonna do in a second. Chris is more famous now. Can we still insult him? Yes, you can. Insulting is always fine. 28 degrees near Geneva. Good evening, Chris. This late at 7:30, it's still 27 degrees, 28 degrees. Wow. Did you all make it work out having to be towed this morning? Yes. Did you all make it without having to be towed this morning? Yes. We arrived with 21% with that bar. That's weird. 1 bar is 21% and 8 bars 100%. It's a weird car when it comes to this. EVs are improving faster than smartphones did in the 2020s. That's true. 19 degrees here in Denmark. About as summery as it gets. Yeah, never drive on patch day. It's good. It's a good idea. But let's talk about the channel news. I don't know if you have seen Ioniq 5 videos last week. I heard today that Hyundai is not impressed with my videos. I heard yesterday because they didn't tell the dealer that Hyundai has a press lock on the Ioniq 5, so that real press people are testing it till July 1st. He didn't know that. I didn't know that. I got the car from a dealer who bought the car and is giving out test drives, and a lot of people have driven the car in Germany and other countries in Europe, and they all made tiny videos, and a few made bigger videos like I did with consumption and stuff, but Hyundai wasn't impressed. I wrote Hyundai an email this week and said it was horrible conditions. Maybe they should give me an Ioniq 5 for a weekend or so and I can test it on nice temperatures. But I never got a reply. And also I asked them, like T-Break is just saying, I asked them many times before to give me an Ioniq 5 and they always said not possible when I get the Ioniq 5. But since the weather was so horrible, and I don't know why a lot of people were telling me I'm a Volkswagen fanboy and I want to make the Ioniq 5 look bad. I don't do that. I don't do that with any car. I want every EV to look good, and I want every EV to be good. They're not all good. They're not. But I just drove 133, which is GPS speed 130 in horrible conditions. Not the most horrible condition. It could be snowing and it could be -10. But it was just raining that day and I drove 130. That's what you drive in Austria, Germany, France. I think you drive 130 on the highway, if I'm not mistaken. No, the news for ID3 will come in a second. Lies, you cheat. Exactly. And they said I'm cheating with that. Why would I do that? This was just the consumption I had. I don't know if the 6% were right at the end, but when I calculate the consumption with the kilometers, it comes to 72 kilowatt hours, and that's pretty spot on with the what the battery capacity is. But since I want to show that the car can maybe be better, I asked the dealer again if I can drive it again, and he said yes. So this week or next week he will be getting a rear-wheel drive with 19-inch tires. And when the weather is good and when he's okay with giving me the car, I will go there again and test the Ioniq 5 again. But with, again, the rear-wheel drive and 19-inch tires and hopefully on good weather. That's the plan. How it will happen, I don't know yet. I cannot do a live stream. And because press block, and I cannot do... I cannot publish the video before... Hi Irene, she's always posting... Totally your fault, it was raining, it's true. She's always commenting on the video, thank you very much. So I can publish those videos not before July 1st. I will try to do a few videos on that date, show the Ioniq 5 a bit more, better quality and maybe not so rushed that day. And tomorrow I will be getting ID4 press car, will be coming tomorrow, Monday, I don't know when, nobody called me. Usually when they deliver a car, they call me a day before, so on Friday, and tell me we're expecting to be there at what time, so I know, but nobody called me. I have no idea when they're coming tomorrow. It's very annoying. I don't like that at all. And maybe I can do a comparison. I will go there with the ID4. Maybe Alex from today, Alexander, has time, and we go there together. And then if he wants to, if he has the time, because that's 10 hours of driving, 2.5 there, 5 hours with the car, 2.5 back. But if he has time, then maybe we do driving together. So someone in the Ioniq 5, someone in the ID4 at 130 kilometers an hour. Then we drive 200 kilometers and we look what the state of charge is and the consumption. And then we look at the cars and stuff. There would be amazingly great videos to show comparison ID4 to Ioniq 5 with driving. Yes. I read the comments. Let's go on with channel news because there's more. I have a few cars coming up very soon. A lot of cars. Like I said, tomorrow is ID4. I still have the MG ZS EV. I have it since yesterday, a week ago, and I will still have it till next Friday. But I already did 3 videos, and that's the thing I will do with the MG. So I will have 3 cars at work from tomorrow on. I will have the MG there, my ID3 and the ID4. That's nice. But I have the ID4 for 2 weeks. Then July 7th, I have holiday this week. I will get the BMW iX3 for a week only. And on the July 12th, the Monday, so just a few days after I get the iX3, I get the Fiat 500e, also only for a week. And when the Fiat 500e will be picked up, I get the Hyundai Kona for 2 weeks. When the Kona is gone, I get exactly on the same day, I get the Volvo XC40 for 2 weeks. And this is everything that's planned. That's till the middle of August. This is where I'm planned with cars. So till mid of August, I have 10 days without a press car. Maybe this also gets filled up. So ID4 GTX I asked, but I didn't think. And Volkswagen is a bit mad that the importer in Norway gave Björn the car. That wasn't planned that way. That was not planned at all. What I want to say, yes, so those are the press cars that I will be getting, and we talk about Alexander in a second. First, let's go through the chat. And then we talk about the MG, and then of course my ID3, what happened? Where are we? You did ask Hyundai if they ignore you. Yeah, exactly. So that's the only fault, not giving you a car in the first place. Not your fault, blame Hyundai. Thank you guys. Björn was pissed he get it 26th of July. Really got pissed? I doubt that. Hyundai has hired an assassin, keep looking backwards. Nobody there. That's good. Ooh, I have to sneeze. Oh my. Sorry, allergies. I exploded you, huh? Sorry. Oh, did I miss the news? No, you did not. As you cheat, why don't people trust you? I have no idea. They just, I get what they're feeling. So when you are a fan of a car, you order the car, and then someone is driving with it. It's totally crooked here. Someone is driving with it, and it doesn't show the result that you expected. Then you first blame the person driving. That's what you do. Oh, God, it looks totally crooked now. Huh. It's weird. Fine. I think that's it. Where are we? The Chris, you made it rain on purpose, of course. He sold the ID3. No, Björn would have done better. That's also true. In France, 130 in the highway. Totally your fault. It was raining. Hi everyone. Hi Bloodson. So if they're going to send an assassin, then keep eye out for Björn. That's true. Mr. Sangl. Ooh, wait a minute. Mr. Sangl is probably happy about visibility. I hope so. I hope he can. I could help him a bit if he helps me. Glad to hear he'll be testing the rear-wheel drive version of the car. You know what battery size will be, the big one. I wanted the big one to really get good range out of it. Test it in good weather and only drive downhill. No, I won't be doing that. Oh, but that's unfortunate though. It would be better to test the same car to compare the results. That's true, but in eco mode, Ioniq 5 also only uses the rear wheels, so not the front wheels. So the rear wheel drive, it's just a bit of more weight. The only thing are the tires. But I think that the P45 with those big 20-inch tires, I also want to see if when you see ID3 that the tires didn't have too much impact. But again, I want to have a great number, and I wanted to drive a different car, not always the same. That's why. So we'll compare apples with bananas. I will drive with rear-wheel drive. No, I don't. I'm not comparing. Do you mean ID4, Ioniq 5? They're both rear-wheel drive. The ones that's the thing where I'm more interested in. I have two electric cars, new ones from different manufacturers, both rear-wheel drive, both similar battery sizes. That's the interesting part. For how long do you get the rear-wheel drive? Also only 3 hours? I have no idea yet. We'll see. Mark Sperl, how come you have a check mark next to your name? I want the same. That's true. How do you get that? Can't do 130 Nova yet, but they are raising the speed limit from 110 to 120. Really? Someone is doing that. Cool. They will come with you when you're still asleep. Yeah. Have you got a chance to test the Dacia Spring? I asked Renault for the Dacia and they said they won't be coming till this fall. So far, nothing. I recently bought an e-Golf, but I most likely will be upgrade to ID3 Ioniq 5 in 2 or 3 years. Okay, do that. But it's totally different cars. ID3 is a bigger Golf. Ioniq 5 is a huge car, especially when you sit in it. Hello, thank you for all your videos. What car do you prefer actually? Well, you know that. I love my own ID3. It's the best. It rules. Alex will only do with AC on. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, he was hot today. After Renault affair, Chris will get ID4 pure. That's true. I've just had the ID4 G6 for a few days. Brilliant. Why do I not get the car? It's so mean. Everybody gets the ID4 GTX and I don't get it. Just want to feel how all-wheel drive is with Volkswagen. Do I want an ID3 with all-wheel drive at some point? If they will ever make it. Soon you need a parking the size of a tennis court. I have a lot of space at work. It's fine. I can park 6 cars there if I want to. It's no problem. With 3 cars, everyone will think you're a rich person. No, they know. And the good thing is it's right beside the police. Totally fine. They have the whole parking spot is camera surveillance. It's all fine. Chris is rich. I am. No EQS. No, I asked Mercedes a few times. They said no. Fiat 500e, can't wait for Cindy. Me too. She loves small cars. Do you make a road trip video in the next time? What do you mean with any car? So far nothing is planned. Sorry. Everybody is annoyed. I'm sorry. Red and black with ergo active seats. Brilliant. I know what that means. Is Alex around? No, I don't think so. Prosit, Gesundheit, hilft gut. How can you be sure you don't get rid of Alex with your shuffle after the live stream this morning? You can't. Very possible. I trust you and will buy an ID3. Don't trust me. You can have to find out yourself if the car fits your needs. It just fits my needs very well and I love it. But we must make good on Porsche's refusal to give Björn a Taycan. I have already noticed, even though Volkswagen is the boss of all the other ones, they don't communicate at all. So Volkswagen does not communicate even on a higher level with Skoda, Porsche, Audi. So I asked Volkswagen always to have a contact in Porsche or Skoda, and they know people, but not really. No news about 2.3 software update. I'm still waiting for this. Eco mode is for wimps. That's true. I'm waiting for the 2022 update of ID3. That's a good idea. Based on your testing of the all-wheel drive P45, I've been tempted to switch my pre-order to the rear-wheel drive long range. I'll wait for your second drive before I do. I don't think that the big battery, the difference between rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive will be that big, because I drove in eco mode and eco mode turns off the front motor. So it's just, I don't know, let's say 80 kilos more, if even. So it's just having a second person in the car. Eco mode is to tryhards. Ioniq 5 rear-wheel drive versus ID4 rear-wheel drive is cool. Yes, I think so too. I have a check mark because I'm a verified YouTuber. You get one by applying after you get above 100,000 subscribers. You have 100,000 subscribers? What the hell? What do you do? Why don't I have 100,000 subscribers? So if Björn would comment here, there would be a check mark? Cool. ID3 rules, that's true. Will you test the 4,000 euro dollar van on AliExpress? I saw that picture. I hope not. I would be scared. A lot of effort for just a V. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Why no ID3 Pro S with panoramic roof just because of extra weight? Yes. Panoramic roof and no tow hook for the bike available for the ID3 Pro S. It has to do with maximum weight for a car in a segment. That's cars are divided in segments by the EU, and every segment has a weight limit. Then it has to be a different car, but then you have to pay more insurance for all cars in that segment, and I didn't want it. Love my ID3 first white lease car. Okay, choose it based on your video. Thanks, man. Good thing. Congrats on your 100,000 subscribers mark. Let's hope Chris won't have to wait 5 years to reach the same. I think I will have more than 5 years to get to 100,000. Only issue with ID4 GTX, you only get the full 299 horsepower with the battery charged over 88%. Strange because they recommend 80% max. That's weird. That's weird. Why is that? My ID3, I don't. Even at 50%, they have the exact same power than at 100. Huh. Have you had any regrets in getting the ID3? I haven't had regrets, but I had problems. The software problems in the beginning and then hardware problems. And now the problems that we talk about if I'm done here with the comments. I'm looking forward to the Seat EV car. Seat, I contacted Seat about the Cupra Born. And they said that I'm on a list if there is something going on with EV. So hopefully they will contact me when it's coming to Germany and I can drive it. Yeah, 500e at last. Which version will you be testing? I don't know. Are there different versions? I check. I got an email from them. Where is it? Press cars. There it is. I'm getting a Fiat 500 BEV, 42 kilowatt hours, 87 kilowatt, 18 horsepower icon. Whatever that means. That's what I'm getting. No idea what that is. V, the check mark. Ah, thank you. What was the question? I'm too old. Sorry. It's not Seat Elborn. It's Cupra Born. Now it's different name now. I would appreciate an average charge time between 10 and 80% charge. Peak charge rates are not that relevant. Then the total charge time is useful for planning a trip. That's what I do with my charging videos. I always show the full charging screen and you can see what time it was from 10 to 80%. You can see it in my graphs too. There are always graphs down here. Ooh, I didn't put Alexander's link in the live stream today. I have to do that. In eco mode, your 80 kilo passenger has to get out and take the bus. I'm close to 1 million subscribers. I just need one last big push. That's true. What about Walter's first time? In a second, you're commenting too fast. So tomorrow we will finally know who is better, France versus Germany. Why? Well, soccer? Ah, yeah, true. I'm not into that. Walter is on life support. You're on a blacklist. See it. That's a good idea. Chris spent a lot of time on little lists. That's true. Congrats on England, Darren. Did you enjoy the time with Alexander? It was interesting. It was something different. It was nice to have someone there. He was doing really well, I have to say. Hi, Caro. I think he was doing well for the first time on a live stream and in English. And with an electric car that he usually doesn't drive. I liked that he was driving and I was free. It was then a bit boring if you're not driving. Patreons already noticed, and I noticed it as well. The focus is not so much on the stream, but more between us. So when I'm alone, I'm focused on what you are sending me, and then I can answer that. It's totally weird. Looks totally crooked. Yeah, it looks better. It looks better. So I have to see how it is with him, if it helps my channel if he's there, and if it helps him, and that we both enjoy it. We'll see. We have to try it a few more times, and then we talk and we'll see. Have you contacted Microlino? I have no idea who that is. I have missed the live stream but watched it later in the noon. Don't do that. Kara is back from her road trip. Had you driven the MG before the live stream? Yes, I have it for a week already. Drove it to work every day and I already did the 130 kilometers an hour range test. Videos will be coming Tuesday or Wednesday, something like this. The Ioniq 5 charging is very impressive. That's true. It is very impressive. But Darren is finally coming home. Let's say you want to buy your first EV. What would you choose now? Still ID3. I'm sorry. ID3 is so all the 28 EVs that I've driven so far, it fits my needs, what I need in a car the best. 500e Icon has the bigger battery. Yeah, 42 kilowatt hours. So panoramic roof and smaller battery or bigger battery, I can't decide. I would love to have both. Panoramic roof, nobody needs that. Throw it out. It's just, what do you need that? You're sitting in front anyways. It's just for your kids to look out. When you're in front, you can't see it anyways. It's here. You have to do it like this to see something. In the summer, it gets too hot. It's glass, so cold comes in easier. You have to close and open that thing. Forget the panoramic roof. And when it comes to battery, with ID3, it's about how you want the car to handle. When you want it more agile, more sporty, lighter, then get the middle battery. And if you just need range and a bit better charging speed, 25% higher charging speed, then get the big battery. Yes, I'm back. Hi Jill, hi Darren. At least the two people have someone to help push when you run out of power. It's also true. It's also true. Paint drying is entertaining to Darren. It's a Swiss company, I believe. Huh, hours later. Is it EV that looks like a BMW Inzeta? Very cool. I never heard of that. In Germany, watching paint drying is natural sport. That's also true. Michelonio is Chris' nickname. Oh god, that's good. If choose the IDC as well, of course, I've been used to driving a fishbowl. Oh my god. What glass roof more to polish so you can see out of it? Yeah, that's also true. But let's talk about Walter, my ID3. What happened? So, I haven't used the car in a while because of all the press cars. It was always parked at work. And so it's mostly standing there with the hand parking brake on. And again, when you drive an EV, you don't do too much braking with your physical brakes. You use your regen. That's just how it is. And Walter dies again. No. And when I was so very often, no, 12 battery is fine since the 2.0 update. Totally fine. And so a lot of times when I just moved the ID3 just a bit, the parking brake, because it's a drum brake, was not locked, but you could hear, okay, it's a bit ding, and then it moved. So it wasn't fully broken, fully braking the whole time. And I was driving to Landsberg the last Sunday, and when I arrived there, everything was fine. I didn't notice anything. But on the way home, when I came home, I smelled something warm. I wouldn't say burning, but I smelled something warm, and I looked around, and this would have I would have never noticed that with an ice car, because ice cars, when you drive for an hour, they smell like that. Something is warm, so the motor. But with an EV, you're like, what is that? And then I checked around, and I noticed that it's coming from the rear right, and I touched it, and it was warm. It wasn't hot, wasn't glowing or everything, but it was warm. So the brake was having a bit of friction there. And then next day I went to work with the car. Nothing was warm, but I also noticed that I couldn't close or open the car with my hand on the door handle of the driver's seat, but it worked on the passenger seat. So I called my Volkswagen dealer and said the driver door doesn't work, and the brake in the rear right was hot the other day. And then they said, okay, we will pick up the car tomorrow. And I said, whoa, 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 why are you picking up the car? I can bring it to you. No, when there's something with the brake, this is an emergency and the car has to be picked up. You're not allowed to drive, and we are not allowed to drive it either. It's a insurance thing. And so they came with the lift, with this, and he even drove my Walter up the thing. He didn't tow it. You can see the hook is not in the car. He didn't put a tow hook on it. He just drove it up there. It was fine. And it's even this brake that you can see here. It's the right rear drum brake that was the one that was warm. And yeah, they picked it up. And I got a call from Volkswagen a few minutes later. We heard you had an emergency with your car. What's going on? Because this is the dealer is calling Volkswagen, one of your cars has an emergency, you have to pay for the towing. And they wanted to know what's going on. I explained it to them, and they said, okay, good to know. And they called me again and said if everything was fine with the dealership and the car and the picking up. I said everything's fine. Um, um, and yes, and they had the car and they asked me, when do you need the car? And I said, not for a long time. I have a lot of cars these days. But 2 days later, they called me and said, okay, car is already, I think even 1 day later, but they called very late and I didn't look at my phone. And so I called the next morning and he said, okay, the door handle works again. There was a connector in the door that got loose, and that's why the locking and unlocking didn't work anymore, and it works again. And they didn't find any problem with the rear brakes. They cleaned it, that it should work better, but they didn't fix anything with the brake. And when I picked it up, or they brought it to me, they drove it to me, and then I drove the guy back, and I noticed that it sounds better. I just noticed with my ID3 when it's standing for a while, so I say 2 weeks. And by the way, in the picture you can see a Kona electric. That's one from the police people there. He's charging his Kona always on a 2 kilowatt charger there. They have a few. They have a Zoe sometimes there, this Kona, and then a Volvo hybrid is always charging. Yeah, no worries. I have a lot of cars. I don't need that. But yeah, they brought it back, and when the car, when Walter is standing for a while, and then I drive and brake, then I hear a bit of a, I wouldn't say a scratching noise, but you hear the because there's rust forming. I think on the disc brakes in front, not on the drum brakes. The drum brakes are closed up. There shouldn't be any rust. But what do I know? I have no idea. They say it's fixed. I have no idea. Who knows? Yeah, that's Walter's story. I have it back. It's now at work because I'm still driving the MG ZS that you've seen today on the live stream. If you haven't seen it, where's a picture of it? Or if you want to see more picture of Walter on the flatbed. Cute, eh? I had to take a picture of that. It's his first time. It was unnecessary. Where's the car? Yeah. There is the MG that I'm driving right now. MG ZS in blue. Yeah. I have the car right now for 8 days. Like I said, 180 people, cool. Only 82 likes. How can this be? Why is nobody liking? If you don't like, press the dislike. It's fine. No, don't do that. I don't know how that works. What did I say? Yeah, I drove and I drove, I would say 600-700 kilometers now in the MG, and the MG is weird. Like I said, I have 3 videos planned, 2 videos already done. My Patreons can already watch them, and but the other new normal people will get to see them this week. It's okay. But what I noticed, the car is missing a lot of EV function that I would like to have. It really would be necessary to have an EV, but it drives really good. I'm surprised. The MG drives really good. It drives better than a lot of other EVs that cost more. And I think if you don't need those EV functions that I am missing, that I would think are very important and I couldn't live without, like preheating the car, scheduled preheating, it doesn't have that, or seeing a state of charge in percent without having an OBD dongle, that would be nice. But it drives good. Good regen, steering is okay, power is okay, suspension is very soft, but still it's not too much. I like it. I can recommend that car. Where were we? I'm gonna read on. My god, it's too much. 12 battery rusted, locked. Walter. The brakes seized up, brakes blocked. Walter just needed some lube. I just love all the light that comes through the roof, but I guess you guys are all right. We crushed him after his dream of having a panoramic roof. The panoramic roof is nice going through the mountains when it's not so warm, but when it's sunny, you close it. I noticed that. Just try it. And got a baby. It's true. You got a baby. A build-up rust on the drums. The pads touch the rust. Exactly. At home, I never apply parking brake anymore. Also drum. Yeah, we can't do that with the ID3. ID3, when you put it in parking brake engages. That's how it does. Your Volkswagen dealer is treating you well. Mine wouldn't care. I think because this is an important issue, they know that they get the money from Volkswagen, and it's also a guarantee thing under warranty. So I think they're okay with that. They get paid by Volkswagen for that. Interesting. I thought the idea of the drum brakes was to cut down on brake issues due to lack of use with disc. Yeah, I thought that too. I thought that too, but I guess you still have to use the car. Yeah, I'm also not on board with that reasoning. The drum brakes are just so much better. I don't know. Why is nobody else doing that? Just Volkswagen. I don't know. I'm turning to that side that maybe they should change that back. Really. Volkswagen freaking out to see another My ID3 died video. Oh god. Can you compare an Ioniq 5 and ID4 big battery on the same course? The goal is to do a test that compares cars of the same category. The test will be more fair and equitable. I don't know what that word is. But yes, that's what I'm planning to do. But the first one is rear-wheel drive Ioniq 5 that doesn't have 200... Does it have 218 horsepower? With just rear-wheel drive? I don't know. He ran out of battery, really. Your neighbors will no longer buy an ID3. The neighbors here don't care about electric cars. Really not. Probably are scared of you. I doubt that. 192 people on Sunday stream must be one of the highest scores. Well, if there's ID3 in the title, a lot more people are looking. I noticed that. So if there is something with my ID3... But no, it says Walter, not ID3. That's true. Huh. Brakes, all they have to do is clean it and grease it. Maybe, but I don't know. If the car is standing for 2 weeks and then I drive it a bit and then it's standing again for a week, shouldn't this be should this be an issue? I don't know. I would prefer to drive it. I want to know what the issue was in case it happened again. We'll see. I saw some peeps fitting a kit to make ice noise on their Tesla. Oh my god. Surface rust, nothing serious, just use your brakes a few times, they'll self-clean. Yeah, I tried that. Because I hear it when I don't drive the car and then drive, then I hear that scratching sound. And then I try to brake a few times. But with the drive home from Landsberg, they didn't do it, I guess. Take off regen and brake hard and it will remove the rust. Okay. Did you hear manual video? No, you did not. Okay, mine too. I also don't apply the handbrake when I park in my garage. Drum brakes are not airtight. They still rust. Ha! See? Drum brakes. You need ceramic discs on Walter. They don't rust. Yeah, I want that. I doubt that I will get it. Again, do you compare? Isn't it the same message again? Look family photos of Walter. Family photos of Walter. Can you not apply those automatic handbrakes? No, it will always be applied. It's the same brake noise in an ice when the car had a week with no driving. It's the disc brakes on the front wheel. Huh, maybe it's that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic. It's not my job and I don't care. I want it to be fixed and working. I don't like seeing EVs on the flatbed. People first thought is, haha, they ran out of battery even if it's not. But if you run out of battery, it's still the person's fault, not the car's fault. So I don't have a break with that. We just don't like you. That's true. But you're mean. Yeah, but true. Do I have to like with my right hand or my left hand? Doesn't matter. Your head. I think it's cause when you click to watch the live, it takes you to the chat directly, and there's no option to like while chat. You have to exit the chat to like. That's true. That's true. The MG miles per kilowatt are not so good. It's okay. I mean, today there was almost WLTP range, so I'm okay with that. Do you find the screen has lag? Oh yes, you press something and you wait. You don't see the climate. It doesn't have a temperature for the climate, just cold or hot. And when you turn something, it takes a bit till something works. Ooh, that's true. We have 105 likes after not even 40 minutes. What's going on? Did I do something wrong? Susanne well rested. Are the ID3 sporty seats worth the extra 2000 plus? I have no idea. I've never sat in those. I like my normal ID3 seats. I have no complaints, but you have to test it for yourself. Suzanne and Caro, are you going to create a Chris female fan club? It should be Battery Life or Alexander female club. Maybe a female EV club or that. Love how Chris always gets enthusiastic when a lady leaves a comment. I find that amazing. We are talking about something that normally women are so not care about. And then when there's a woman there and she's talking with, I find that really interesting and amazing and a bit proud. Look what I did. I bring us all together. I've had to change the rear disc on my 2010 Polo twice because of rust from not using. Huh. But the good thing is it doesn't have 12-volt problems anymore. That's true. I noticed you stayed up rather late for Chris' drive through Bavaria, Susan. She did. Marcos, what's on the menu? I get the drum brake thing. Disc brakes really get bad if you don't use them. Happened to me. I drive only at the weekends. In my old car, the rear brakes had to be replaced after 2 years. I had stuck disc brakes on every car I ever had with drum brakes. Get it up to speed and brake to clean up brakes. Yeah, I should do that. Cat, yes, the cat is here. That's true. So sorry. Finnegan is here. Marcus, how are your plans to beat Chris subscriber? He's doing well. No need to leave your ID3 in oxygen-free environments. We have a tuxedo cat too. Aw, cute. Jill, one big push and I have 1 million subscribers. I was late. How lovely. Love cats. That's nice. Oh, and the Irina is here too. 3 women in a row commented on the stream. Did you see that? That's amazing. Ha! Driving, the likes went up due to cat arriving. It's true. Cool, Marcus. All the subscribers, your cousins. That's mean. The cat is generating likes. The cat is just amazing. How's my Finnegan? Yeah, go purr. I'm a Fandal, and Fandal women are interested in all kinds of topics. The sporty seats are even more expensive, as you also need to buy the highest trim level, the max. Huh, I have no idea. Yeah, so what's coming up? I'm up to date with the stream. Look at me. 150 likes, 170 people here. Cool. Here's my Finnegan. What do I want to say? Yeah, well, so I want to know who was there, what you thought about Alexander today. I think, again, he was doing pretty well for his first time. Being in English and being in EV and being with me. I mean, I'm weird. And turn off auto hold. Parking brake will not come on by itself. No, auto hold is while driving, not when standing. Auto hold is when you're driving and then press the brake and come to a standstill, then the parking brake engages, and when you then step on the accelerator pedal, it disengages. But when you just put it into park, the parking brake engages. And I have auto hold off anyways. I don't like that at all. Our tuxedo's name is Tommy. Aww. I changed my name to Gillette, I guess, to make him happy. Oh my god. Gillette. Gillette. It's my maiden last name. Ah. I thought it was some Austrian thing. Oh, Rich is here. And he's not even talking to me. Thank you, Rich, for the support. That's nice. Do we all have to change our names to sexy girl names? This may upset Cindy. Nobody has to change any names. Really not. Harry use Angelique account I created, yeah. Try holding the foot brake when parking. On some models it disables the parking brake. I do that. When you want to change gear, I always have to brake foot, so I press the brake. That's not the thing. I think Model 3 ID3 is just made that way. Where was I? Yeah, so first what's coming up this week. So I have another Kia e-Niro charging video, I guess tomorrow, and then 3 videos with the MG ZS EV that will be coming this week. We'll see if next week is Ioniq 5, but I can't show you the video and there won't be any live stream. Oh, sorry, the ID3 is in the garage for 3 weeks now. Yeah, I know how that is. Mine was also for 14 days in the work in the garage. There's some sequence to keep the parking brake from going on with my Kia, but without in the car rolls, even in park, there was a recall. Oh, we demand more Twingo videos right now. Can I ask for the Twingo again? No, 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 no Twingo, ever, again. What do you think will happen sooner? That will Volkswagen catch up to Tesla in software and battery management, or will Tesla approach German build quality first? I think that Tesla's build quality is not a problem. I'm not a Tesla fan, you know me. I don't like the company. I love the cars. I have to say it all the time, otherwise everybody's freaking out. But I think Tesla has no problem with build quality. I'm sorry. There's so many Tesla drivers who don't care if the gap is not perfect. And there's ID3 drivers who have a gap that's not perfect. And I think that Tesla is already very close for German build quality. I mean, hello, I had to go to the dealer because a connector. That's German build quality? I don't know. For me, build in Germany does not say anything. I didn't buy my ID3. Thank you, Rich. We have driven 5,000 miles in our Model 3 now, and it's cost less than £100. Incredible. So you only take long trips, so you can use your extra charging miles. That's great. Yeah, I do the same. I'm almost done with my WeCharge bonus that I got, my 500 euros, 2000 kilowatt hours that I got for the first edition. I'm down to, what was it, 73 euros, and then I charged the Ioniq 5 with how many? 72 kilowatt hours. 72 times, no, wrong, 73, let's say. Oh, and I charged in between, so it was 80 times 30 cents, that's 24 euros. 73 minus 24, I'm at 49 euros. 49 euros is 163 kilowatt hours I have still left. Then I'm out of WeCharge and I have to pay for charging. What the hell? What am I talking about? Yeah, and I think Tesla quality is already okay. Volkswagen has to catch up with the software and the battery management. I think they will never catch up in the way that they put entertainment in there. And I think it's also not needed, but they need features. I want features in the app. I want features in the car that are good for an EV. And I think it will be step by step, but I'm guessing a few years. Not this year, not next year. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not so. I like Volkswagen. I like what they do, but I think they're still in the switch between ICE cars and electric cars with software, and there are still not enough people working on it and focusing on it. And I think it still needs a lot of time to decide and really do it, and that's what's keeping them a bit behind. There shouldn't be, should we implement that? I don't know. No, yes, do it. People want that, just do it. Don't ask around, do it. And yeah, that will take some time. So will the battery heating for perfect charging speed come this year? I'm saying no. I think there will be much more stuff, and I doubt it. I want it to come, but I don't know. I think they will focus a lot on the heat pump and on the battery heating for the winter, that the consumption, average consumption will be going down. That will be a big point they're thinking of. And then battery heating for charging. I think this will come afterwards. Don't, Marcus, I love your videos. You have such a great sense of humor and the suspense. What did Marcus say? Oh my god. Oh yeah, buddy. Love my ID3, but yeah, we have that. There's some sequence to keep the... we have that. Where was I? Ah, there. Tesla approach quality. Then we have 100 like. Can everyone just come watch my video now? We need a Twingo manual video. Yeah, true. Mando's YouTuber so popular with ladies. Twingo for the win. Arctic Circle challenge. Yeah, true. Thanks for the response. Very clear. Volkswagen, we have solid state production cars in 2025. I think Volkswagen is doing the same thing that Tesla does for a long time. We will have this and that year, and then okay, it will be in 26, maybe in 27. So when they have the car ready, then I believe them. I get it. This is a new technology, and you're planning ahead with the steps that you think you might get it into production. So right now you have the basic chemistry and you think it's working, but you still have to figure out problems. And then you think, okay, in half a year we can do this, in a year we can do this, in 2 years we can do this, so in 3 years it should be ready. But you don't think of problems that can maybe slow that down. And right now there is no car in the world with solid state battery. And I think there's a reason for that. Around the world in Twingo. I just noted the Ioniq 1 is coming 2023. You should list for the first edition now. Really? I had no idea, but it's in 2 years. There's already a first edition. In the past, there was so many very poor built petrol cars, no one complained about them. It's also true. My M3 has now 11,000 miles in 18 months and it has not been back to the dealer. See? Car works. And it's with every car. There are ID3s that were never at the shop, like Marcus. Has never had an update and he doesn't need it. And there are Model 3s who break down all the time, and there are ID3s who break down all the time. That's just how it is. Twingo is a great city cruiser. I think so too. Solid as a rock. Solid as a rock. I have done over 6,000 miles and still cost me £0. That's great. So the 2 Jürgen, Mura was finally positive at ID3. He teared up motor and battery and found stuff he'd like Tesla to get. I thought it was an ID4. The life of this is only because your nearest Tesla dealer is 300 miles away from your home. It's good. I think Hyundai Kia will be closer to Tesla than Volkswagen. No, and I explain why. Maybe in the States, yes, but in Europe we like small cars. The ID3 was perfect. That's why I ordered it so early. It wasn't a big SUV like ID4, like Ioniq 5. It was a smaller, almost hatchback. It's not small, it's very big inside. You still have space. And Europeans like that size, like the Golf size. They want to buy that car. And when I see Kia and Hyundai right now, the first car they bring out on their own platform again is a big SUV. The Ioniq 5 is huge. And I know it's easier, but I think it's the wrong decision. If you can fit a 77 kilowatt hour battery in an ID3, you can build a small car with a 70 kilowatt hour battery and still have great charging speed, 800 volt and everything. It would all work. But it's just harder to do. It's more work to get everything in that confined space. I don't know. I would for them prefer them to build a smaller car, not so big. We need a camper mode for ID3. Why? You sleep in the car? I don't do that. I don't need that. I mean, I never used in Hyundai or Kia the utility mode. Okay, I have to change baby. Go change baby. You need a different baby? I would keep the baby, not change it. ID3 Pure has 72 kilowatt AC charge. Is it 2.60 amp or one phase 32 amp? I think it's one phase 32 amp, but in Germany you can only charge 3.2 kilowatt then at home, something like this, but in other countries you can. Is the software from the other Volkswagen brands better? Audi, Porsche? I have no idea. Never driven a Taycan. Only had the Audi e-tron for a few hours, so I wouldn't know. Why don't you do Arctic Circle Challenge? Because it's too far away and I don't see the point of it. I'm sorry. I'm the wrong one for that. Our nearest Tesla service center is about 170 kilometers away. Here it's 200. Chris does not know the way to the Arctic Circle. Also that. But I think I can find it somehow, but I won't do it. Hey Chris, any info about the new software for ID3 or app update? The app has been updated just a day ago, but no new functions. It's still the same functions from almost the first day. And the new over-the-air update, I hope to get in contact, contact with Volkswagen this week and know more. We'll see. Time to test drive Honda E. I asked Honda for a Honda E. They never replied. And I think now the car is already done. No need for me to drive it. Audi and Porsche have features that Volkswagen cars don't have. Charging speed in kilowatt, it's true. And state of charge prediction at arrival, for example. Yeah, this will come. State of charge prediction for arrival will come in Volkswagen as well when the charge planner will be more accurate. But I'm sorry, I wouldn't believe that anyway, even in an Audi and a Porsche. I believe it in the Model 3 or in a Model S because they have more data. How do you drive? Is it uphill? Maybe not the weather. That's the only thing. Because we'll... Buddy, of course, but Chris will get lost if he goes there. That's true. I tried my ID3 with 11 kilowatt OBC and 32 single phase. It pulls 32 amp also there. Oh, maybe it should be an EV drive to North Pole. Yeah. Is the Ioniq 5 as big as the ID4? Same height? They're very, very close. I don't know the exact size, but the ID4 and Ioniq 5 are very close. And ID3 does not even have batteries under rear seats. What does that mean? I think, yeah, so you still have space. That's what I mean. Yeah, Björn sleeps in the car. I don't do that. In Sweden, ID4 is the most bought EV this year. Cool. Why not change the baby for a cat? Also a good idea. With the Taycan, you are too busy trying not to crash or get a speeding ticket and not notice the infotainment system. Yeah, the Taycan is a driver's car, not I don't know, going to work car. Chris changed his child for a cat, so it's easy to do. Will you ever consider a hybrid? Nope. I will never drive personally at work. Sometimes I have to drive an ICE car, something that's not electric. And it has nothing... Yes, I like that it's better for the environment, but that's not my main reason. It's the feel of driving and the noise. I love driving electric because it sounds amazing. There's almost no sound. And I love there's no gear change. I love that it just has more power. Even this MG has 140 horsepower. In an ICE car that's nothing special, but it feels good. And I don't know, it's my thing. Since the first time I drove an EV and I accelerated for the first time and I felt like I'm in a spaceship, I was hooked. That's my thing. I live in a smallish country as well, Austria, but in the middle of nowhere. Me too. Maybe he can make a Großglockner challenge or something like that. I would love to do at some point going up a pass, up the mountain, maybe the Jaufen Pass that goes to Südtirol. Because it's all up like this, and then see the consumption and then go back down and how much I can get back. I would love to do that at some point. So not just what I do in Berchtesgaden up Obersalzberg, so really for an hour driving uphill and then for an hour downhill. I would love to see how that is. Where are we? Does it auto-select the phase on single phase charge or does it have to be L1? Oh my god, you ask questions. I have no idea. The Taycan was in Germany the most sold luxury car including ICE car. Yeah, I've seen that on Next Move. You cannot believe maps in cars for location of chargers. The icons are not always accurate for locations of them. But the area, right? We charged an Ioniq from a P45 2.6 kilowatt. That's cool. I have done Großglockner on a bike. Cool. I was thinking the same thing. Do a mountain challenge. I can recommend Stilfser, Joch and Furka-Poss. They are where? Tesla will not get big here as long they have so few service centers, dealers. Volkswagen has dealers and service stations everywhere here. That's also a point. That's true. I've done the Tatzelwurm by bicycle. I never heard that. What was the thing? Stilfser, Joch and Furka-Poss? Where is that? Let's look. Furka-Poss, Alten PC. Where are you? Furka Basistunnel? Where are you? Still don't know where I am. Liechtenstein? Oh my god, it's in Switzerland. I'm not going there. That's far away. No, I do the closest, and the closest is Jaufenposs. It's really close. I like that. Where was that? Can I find it in my map? Where's the Jaufenposs? Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, exactly. Südtirol. I said it myself. Meran, yeah, exactly. Innsbruck and then down. That would be fun at some point, if we can all go out again. When will you make a Twingo Bavarian tour? You with your Twingo, you love that car, huh? I drove a Volkswagen ID4 for a couple of hours and totally loved it. That's good for you. It is a nice car to drive. I still prefer ID3 when it comes to agility, but if you need the space, ID4 is nice. Ioniq 5 was nice too to drive. I have to drive both very close to each other and then say what I would prefer. And I think when it comes to suspension, I would prefer the ID4. The Ioniq 5 was a bit too soft for me. It was a tiny bit jumpy, not too much, but the tiny was already meh. I don't have that in the ID4. ID4 is a bit sportier, but the bumps are still not horrible. I have to say the suspension in the MG is not bad. It's very, very soft, but I'm still not jumping. Huh. This week I went to visit the highest mountain in Portugal, 2,000 meters. Woo! It was awesome leaving the summit and arriving at the bottom with 10+% more battery. Yeah, that's cool, huh? That's awesome. Okay, it was a quick diaper change, F1 style. I thought you changed the baby, not the diaper. Furka-Poss is in the middle of Switzerland. Yeah, that's no, not gonna work. Top Gear made a drive at Stilfser. Tanzelwurm is in Bavaria. Yes, Chris has been banned from Switzerland. Said this is the best driver's road. Yeah, I'm not a good driver, so Chris doesn't want to go abroad, not even Austria. Of course I do. When do you get your 5G dose? I will never get that. Polestar 2 was also nice to drive. That's true. Polestar 2 has amazing power, amazing steering, but the performance model, the suspension was way too sporty. So every bump was hard. So almost in the Model 3 league, maybe even worse. I would have to drive a Polestar 2 without the performance if that is better. If the non-performance has suspension like the ID3, it's a great, great car. Großglockner on a bike, cool. At least you could do an Ioniq 5 Bavarian tour, would be great to see. Soft suspension should be perfect in the States, bad roads everywhere. Yes, soft suspension is good, but I don't like it to jump. So the EQA had that big time. When you go over a bump with the ID3, you go back and then very fast you're back to normal. But in some cars, when you go up and down, then it moves on for a while, way too long. And then when you're up, there's less weight and power on the tires. And when you brake, you feel you have less power to brake. And I had that right before the charger in Neumarkt, my Ionity charger, the V-Power charger. There's a little bump, and I never had that before in any other car. Well, I drove only ID4 and Model 3 there, okay? But I drove there and EQA was jumping up and I had to brake, and it was hard to brake because it was up in the air. It's not a nice feeling. Close clock notice you could do it. It's true. If she does COVID vaccination. No, nobody contacted me yet. I guess I have to do it myself, and I have to think about it if I want to. Totally loves the Polestar too. His car still have the bike. Cool. Maybe soft suspension may be good for Biden to fall asleep. Good idea. Polestar 2 minus performance, but still four-wheel drive. Exactly. You should go on romantic tour with Cindy around Bavaria like Björn did. I want to see more pretty landscapes. Yeah, the thing is, we can barely go anywhere. We have 2 dogs and a cat, and the only people that can look after Finnegan, our cat, is my parents. And my parents go from March to October with their caravan on holidays because they both don't work anymore, and so we cannot go anywhere in those months. We don't bring him, it would be stress for him, and so we only do road trips, so come back on the same day. We never stay overnight, we never go away for a week, and to be honest, I'm not a fan with going on holidays for too long. I love sleeping in my own bed, so I'm okay with staying overnight, 1 night, maybe 2, but then I want to go home. Servus, Lars Peter. Where's Gopher Steve? He's not here. Steve Holt. Steve Holt. But Björn did not even sleep in the same bed with her. Once romantic about that. He slept in the car and she slept in the hotel. How weird is that? Really? Bring the cat on a trip? No way. Seriously, driving Navy. Cool. 132 likes. It's true. Here it says even 138. That's cool. But I think I will be going today. Like driving a boat. I get my vaccination 22nd and my ID3 29th. Well, that's good. But Chris, sleeping in hotel, new bathrobes. Now, again, I would want that, but I don't know how to do it. And I'm not a fan of sleeping too long in a different bed. I sleep horrible when I'm not home. I love my bed. I like it cold in bed. I want it under 18 degrees, and in hotels it's always hot. The air conditioning, even though they say they have it, it's never on because they save power. Only when it's above 30 degrees outside, air conditioning works. Otherwise, they turn it off. Even though I take 4-star hotels. So you have to take 5-star hotels, and then we can afford it. Yeah, it's a big thing. But, okay. Chris is very picky. No, yes, with sleeping, yes. I sleep well when it's cold, when it's dark, and when it's quiet. Where are the battery life bathrobes? Nowhere. Will never come. Yeah, I don't know where to put the logo because you can't see it. Only in the back, and then you still can't see it. Do you go on a test ID4 GTX soon? No! I asked for it at Volkswagen, but they said I have to look into it, and I haven't heard back. Same with the ID3 Pure. Same with any ID3 Pro S, but I get at least I get a press car from a different department. I get the ID4 tomorrow. You could use our money to pay for the hotel. We get live stream and get a new bathrobe. No, it's not the money. Yes, maybe a 5-star hotel. That's money. I mean, what is that? 200, 300 euros a night? Nah. Yeah, and then parking, because those are normally in the city. Then you have to pay for parking extra, and then also pay for the dogs, and a lot for each dog, 10, 20 euros, even though they don't do anything. Yeah, but we'll see. Who's great? Yeah, but Cindy is on the edge. She needs to go away. Yeah, she needs to go on a holiday for a few nights, and she wants me to come, but then I'm miserable because I don't want to stay that long. Yeah, it's nice. It's all tax deduction. Now when you go on a private trip. I don't think so. Okay. Cindy was in Scotland, yeah. So what's coming up this week? Already talked about it. You're 1 hour too late. Sorry, Lars. Marcus, they call it the Pico. Okay, I will go to bed. Vaccination or testing cars? Testing cars. No, not even that. Oh yeah, I will be driving cars, but not testing this week. I think so. You all take care. I want. Isn't the 5-seat 77 kilowatt hour great? You mean the ID3 5-seater? I don't. I find the big battery in the ID3, the car, a bit too heavy and less agile. I prefer mine. But if you need the range, go for that. Okay, you all take care. I go to bed. We see you next week. Good outro. Bye.